So, as everyone who will be watching this, obviously, they'll see in the caption and the title of the video, everyone that will watch this knows that there's been a proposed Super League to be started up soon, whether it be the coming year or maybe next year, which will include, I think it was, three clubs from Italy, so Inter, Juve, and AC. Three clubs from Spain, Atletico, Real, and Barcelona, and six clubs from England, so Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, Man City, and Liverpool. It's hard to talk about this subject without being passionate and wanting to put your heart and soul into why this is such a bad idea. Not just for the English game, but for football in general. For grassroots football, especially, the clubs and the players that are trying to push forwards to play high divisions, and you never know the potential for a grassroots club to maybe play league football, whether it be League One, League Two, possibly even go Championship and then Premiership. All that just goes if this goes ahead. The Premiership clubs it's absolutely disgusting from them. Awful. They're calling, I don't know, I believe it's themselves that are calling themselves the Big Six. And these Big Six don't include, I think it's two teams that are currently in the top six of the league. So that would be Leicester and West Ham. So why are they not in the Big Six? At the moment, they're part of the best six clubs in the Premier League at the moment. Arsenal, they'll be lucky to finish in the top half of the table. Spurs will be lucky if they lift the League Cup this weekend. And this will be the end of the Champions League, basically. All that history that clubs like, especially United and Liverpool, have such a rich history in that competition. Say you go back to the night 2005, that going in at half time 3-0 down to go and win it. You're not, I don't see that happening in the Super League because the amount of money that these clubs will be getting is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And if all goes ahead, they do it. UEFA have, and if UEFA stick to their guns and say, yeah, you know what, you're not going to play in the European any European tournament, so that means the Euros. So you have players not being able to play for their country. So you lose Jordan Henderson, Harry Maguire, N'Golo Kante plays for France. You lose him playing for his country. Do you really think that they're going to go, you know what, I want to play in this Super League, I don't want to play for my country? Because at the end of the day, that playing for your country, if you're good enough, is the ultimate goal. You want to play for your country. You grow up thinking, yes, I want to play for my boyhood club, but then I want to get my first international cap. Same with me when growing up, wanted to play cricket. Yeah, wanted to play for, always wanted to play for Somerset. One of my favourite clubs, watching them. But then the ultimate goal was to play for England. Obviously, I know that that was never going to happen because I'd never had the ability, but that was always a dream to have. And it's the same with football. We all have a dream. If we're proper football supporters and we love the game and we played the game, we all wanted to play for your club first and then your country. And if you can't play for your country, are you really going to risk that to possibly play in this Super League? Yeah, you might get one or two players that are just purely driven by greed and money, going, you know what, I'm not bothered about playing in the Euros or the World Cup because I'm earning so and so much money playing in this Super League. You will get a couple of players because it's been proven with the Chinese league. The fact that we lost players to the Chinese league like Oscar, I think Ramirez as well, and Hulk all went over to China. Not because it's a good competition, because we know for a fact that it's not, but for money. And the fact that they've now lost a lot of money in the Chinese league, a lot of these players are like, oh, I don't want to play here anymore. I think Marko Arnautovic left West Ham to play in China. If he was playing for West Ham now, they'd be definitely guaranteed top four. And they should finish top four at the end of the season because they played really well. And if the Champions League is ruined by this league, you will lose nights like the 05 final, like the night against Barcelona. From my point of view, as a Liverpool fan, those nights are unforgettable. I will remember those until the day I die. For United fans, they've got the final where, I think it was the final where obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came on, scored the winner for him against Bayern Munich. They'll lose that. Chelsea, the final that they won against Bayern Munich, that will be gone. Lost forever. Yes, there are hurts from the Champions League, but that's part of football. I still remember watching the 07 final where we played AC Milan, so it was like, or the Istanbul revisited final, and arguably we had the better side at the time, but we lost that final. And the final where John Terry slipped in the penalty for Chelsea, and they didn't win their first Champions League then. That is hurt. But that's part of football, and that's what makes football great. Because along with all that hurt, you get the great, great days, the great nights, the amazing European under the floodlight nights. And you're taking that away from other clubs as well, because clubs like Leicester, who won the league a few years ago and deservedly won that league title, and then went on to play in the Champions League the season after, they deserved that. And they weren't booted out straight away. They held their nerve. They played some good football. And to take that away from other clubs is just, it's disgraceful. I can't think of anyone. I've been watching Talksport, Sky, and all that all day, and I don't think I possibly heard one person say that they were for this. But it's in the mid, like I say, we're not even out of the pandemic yet. That's what makes this. There are lots of things wrong with this competition, but that is one of the worst things. Is that we're still in the pandemic. We haven't come out of it yet. COVID is still out there. It hasn't gone away. You still have people that are out of work or on furlough. I haven't worked since December 2019. Excuse me. Not for lack of trying. I've been looking for work, but there's just nothing out there. And now I'm being expected to support a club that has gone, you know what? We don't care about our fans. We don't care that they're not potentially earning enough money to support themselves, to live. We're here in our mansions in America with the Glazers and Stan Kroenke going, you know what, we want to be earning 300 and whatever million pounds or euros, whatever currency they'll be using, for our own league. That will benefit us entirely. And it won't be good for the fans. Yeah, we'll go, oh yeah, no, we've got the first season, yeah, oh yeah, we're going to play Barcelona, Atletico, Inter, Juve and AC. But you think 2-3 years of doing that, having to pay to fly out to these countries week in, week out, if that's how, like, if it is that sort of league where you have to be playing them week in, week out. So I struggle to afford to go to a game at the moment. Even before the pandemic, when I was earning okay money, it was still a struggle. It was like, oh yeah, no, it's a birthday present or like a special occasion. Yeah, let's go watch a game. But this, paying for flights, hotels, and then the match ticket on top of that, no, it just won't work. And you can guarantee after the first year, they'll move it to possibly the United Arab Emirates, move it to America, move it to all sorts of places for the revenue. That's all they care about. That's all these owners care about, is the money that they're going to be getting from this. It's not the players, not the managers. They've only, if you watch the interviews with Jurgen Klopp and James Milner, they found out about this around the same time that we did. They probably watched it on Sky Sports going, well, we weren't told about this. That's the sort of owners that these clubs have. And a lot of people phoned into TalkSport today to say they will stop supporting their club. And I think I am one of those people. I mean, I live in Watford, so I would be a Watford fan if this goes ahead. I mean, I support Watford anyway. Like, yes, I am a out and out Liverpool fan, but obviously Watford are my home club. They were actually the first team I went to go see live at a stadium. I didn't go and see Liverpool at Anfield until I was 18. That was my 18th birthday present, was going to see Liverpool at Anfield. So the fact that that night is basically being taken away from me by John Henry, by the Glazers, by Stan Kroenke, is absolutely disgusting. and it shouldn't be allowed to happen. And we as fans, not just the top six, supposed top six, like Spurs and Arsenal, how they made it in, I don't know, when they're struggling to finish even the top half of the table. I mean, I heard Gary Neville said earlier that he'd much rather watch uh, the winners of the Russian league more than them at the moment. I mean, how they can take all this amazing history from the fans is awful. So us as fans, not just the top six, but all the fans, like we're already united, but we need to make a stand and stop this from going ahead. And I believe that we can do this. But anyway, that's the end of my rant. Sorry it took so long, but I'm sure you all agree on what I'm saying. If you love football and you love the game. So until next time, take care and stay safe.